Welcome back to Tourist Tuesday. At the turn of the 20th century, famed Kansas newspaper editor William Allen White made the comment that if anything is going to happen in this country, it happens first in Kansas. Now, considering all of the historic events that have happened in Kansas over the years, Mr. White was not wrong at all. Now, one of those landmark historic events was the Brown versus the Board of Education Supreme Court decision, which actually started in Topeka, Kansas. There is a National Historic Site to honor and remember the historic case today in Topeka. Let's go see what it's all about. The Brown versus Board of Education National Historic Site in Topeka commemorates the landmark Supreme Court case that led to the desegregation of public schools in the United States. This museum is in a unique setting, Monroe Elementary School, which was one of Topeka's 4 historic segregated schools attended by African American children during the era of racial segregation. That school was involved in the 1954 lawsuit which ended school segregation in public schools. Something that I learned from our visit was that the Supreme Court case actually involved 5 cases on its docket dealing with school segregation in 1952, which were in Kansas, Delaware, Washington, D.C., South Carolina, and Virginia. The court consolidated all of those cases into one under Oliver Brown versus Board of Education of Topeka, because Oliver Brown's name came first alphabetically. The justices felt it was better to have representative cases from different parts of the country. The cases were a culmination of work done by the NAACP over many years. In 1954, the Supreme Court's unanimous ruling in the Brown versus Board of Education declared racial segregation in public schools unconstitutional, overturning the separate but equal doctrine established by the 1896 Plessy versus Ferguson decision. This decision was a pivotal moment in the civil rights movement and helped pave the way for further advancements in equal rights. The Brown versus Board of Education National Historic Site serves as a reminder of the struggles for civil rights and the importance of equity and equality in education. Visitors can explore interactive exhibits, educational programs, films, and guided tours to learn about the historical context of the case, its significance, and the ongoing efforts to promote equality and justice in education. It is an interesting, informative site to visit that explains such important pieces of our nation's and state's history. Definitely one to visit if you are ever in the Topeka area. I'll see you next week for another awesome Kansas site to see.